We've just stopped off with an incredible view at El Karama, and we're about to go on a bushwalk, but we thought before that we would geek out a little bit and take you through some of the equipment that we use to make the videos and take the photos, because I'm sure there's some of you out there who might find this interesting. It's going to be a bit of a nerd fest, but hopefully some of you might find this useful if you're planning to go on safari.
Yeah, so let's start with the camera, shall we?
Good place to start.
I've got a D850 and a 7200 on. That's what I use most of the time here because I have broken my 200 to 500.
Which is what I've got.
Which is what you've got.
So I've got a D810 with a 200 to 500. The reason that we both initially opted for a 200 to 500 rather than say a 400 2.8 or a 100 to 400 or a 500 to 2.8 is that this lens offers a lot of zoom, which is great for photography, but also for videography is really, really useful. Yeah. The other useful thing about the 200 to 500 is that it's actually not too expensive and you can carry it. So there's a lot of pluses.
The other thing is that if you have got a 200 to 500, it only goes down to 5.6. So you need a camera which has quite good ISO capabilities. If your camera isn't that good at ISO, we do find that you have to use like 6400, you know, that sort of thing when it gets quite dark. So it's worth thinking about. You know that I've broken my 200 to 500. So what I'm having to compromise with is a 70 to 200 and a converter. This is actually a 1.7 converter, which basically means that my 200 mil goes to about 340?
Good maths.
Yeah, so 340 mil. So it's not quite the 500, but it does go down to 4.8 rather than 5.6, doesn't it? So, but I have really needed that extra reach and I'm gutted basically about
yeah, it is a shame, but we have been sharing lenses and stuff since.
We have.
I have taken pity on John a little bit, and also because yes. So moving on, kind of stability wise, we've both got a tripod for video bits like this or setting up time lapses. We've also got for in the car. We've both got an Eckler Eagle, which hooks over the side of the door here, and then sits either against the car door like that, or how I've been using it is on the seat like this.
Yeah, that's good.
And it's then meant we've got complete stability for video clips. So we've got a Manfrotto video head on top, or also for photography, it's useful because the lens is quite heavy. The one downside of doing video and photo is that if you want to do a vertical photograph, the camera has to come off and then hand hold. Also,
with this thing, obviously it's going on one side of the car. So if something happens on the right hand side, you have to take the whole thing off, put it on the other side.
Yeah.
And also, like, it doesn't always happen like that. So sometimes the animals are in front and then you have to take it off anyway. So I've actually found that is not that useful. So I've hardly used mine. I've also brought a Canon, what is this? 1100D, which has actually been converted into infrared. So I've been taking quite a few shots with this. It's literally got a kit lens on it and it's worth about £50. But I've really enjoyed using it. And again, it gives us something different in the video, doesn't it?
I have to admit, there have been numerous times when I've been very jealous of the shots that I've seen you take on that. So we've also got, specifically for video, this Zion crane, which allows us to get some slow moving shots, but still keep them stable. It holds the camera completely steady, so it allows us to kind of do up, down, left, right, slight twists, and it means that we don't get the ridiculous camera shake.
We've also got a brand new Mavic 2 for this trip.
Still with the tag on.
Still with the tag on. And this is actually a really good drone because look how small it is. We can put this in our bag. It does 4K.
It does 4K wide and it does 4K slightly tighter.
And it is literally this big. You can do it with your phone and it's really, really good. So that is a massive plus for us.
That has been really good fun to use.
Another recent addition is this GoPro 7. This is really good because it's now got a screen on it. We use this for things like shots of the cars. We stick it to the side of the car and get all those really nice footage of like mud going through the wheels and stuff.
One thing that this has offered over the previous GoPros we were using as well is that the stabilization is absolutely ridiculous. We put it to the side of the car, drove through a puddle, and it looks absolutely static. It is incredible. So that's been amazing.
Audio is also one of our pet hates. We've
We
got
seem to have all of it seems to be pet hates.
it's just we've got so much
It's just
stuff.
so much faff. It's
Yeah,
irritating,
so
isn't
much
it?
faff. So this is a Zoom H1, and it is attached to a Rode video mic, yeah, we use this pretty much all the time because the audio on the cameras are really, really bad, and especially if we're far away, we just can't get that good audio. So we constantly have to have this on. And there's also lots of ridiculous things we have to do. So we have to like clap to kind of sync the audio. And then you have to basically you sync it later in post, and it's all a bit of a faff, isn't it? It would be really nice if the camera just had amazing audio and we could just do it
that would be really
normally.
good. Have we gone through everything? Yeah. Blanket to keep us warm, kindly provided by El Karama.
Hot chocolate to keep us warm.
Hot chocolate to keep us warm,
provided
provided
by
by El Karama. I've got a backup of everything we've done so far in my bag. One on my person at all times, one we leave at the lodge, just in case, God forbid, it was to like burn down or something, would be terrible.
I've got my CF cars, so I've got 2 cases. This case is full of empty ones. These are all the full ones, so I know which one's which.
Shorts to keep us cool. Sun cream to stop us from burning, which I have not successfully done so far.
No, you haven't done that well. Okay, lastly but not least is our new camera bag. This is a Lowepro ProTrekker 450 AW, and I chose this all by myself.
You chose this because I chose this, and John got really jealous because it's incredible. It has got so much space. Everything we bring, apart from obviously things like the Action Eagle and the Steadicam, will fit in this. It is absolutely amazing. Loads of space in the middle, big pockets on the sides. Laptop bit in the front, and then you've still got attached to yours.
No, I don't anymore.
Oh, you took it off?
No.
So it also has a detachable extra storage section on the top. So yeah, this has been an absolute game changer. It is awesome.
Yeah,
it makes life so much easier.
I used to have the slightly smaller version. What I liked about this one is that I can have all of my camera equipment, and then you can put some more stuff in as well, so like shorts and whatever. So that's what I really liked. So yeah, I copied you.
Yeah.
So the only problem is
like
that
his
yeah,
camera bags.
Yeah. We keep picking up each other's camera bags, don't we? 'Cause they're
all our
exactly the
stuff
same.
is just getting more and more the same.
Yeah, yeah.
At least we're dressed differently.
Yeah, we are today. That's good.
So I think that is probably about it. I know it was a bit long, rambling, geeky, but hopefully some of that might be useful and or interesting. And yeah,
Bushwalk.
bushwalk time.
Let's go.
Let's go. Subscribe
No.
down below.
Yeah. That's not. I can't. I
Okay,
can't actually
okay,
do that.
yeah.
Right. Clap. Clap.